Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. There is a Q&A button feature at the bottom of your screen, which you can use to ask questions to our presenters at any time during the session. If you do have a question for a specific college, be sure to mention that college within your question. Your camera and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you, and this is just one of many sessions taking place, so be able to sign up for additional ones as well. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available at the same site where you registered in about a week. Now, without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to our first institution for this session, which is Northland College.
Alrighty, fantastic. Well, hello everybody, thanks for coming. My name is Sophie Holtz and I'm an admissions counselor for Northland College. Joining me tonight is my colleague Matt Malum, who'll be answering some questions in the chat. But let's get into it. So founded in 1892, Northland College is now a community of over 600 students from across the United States and a handful of countries. We're located in the Chequamegon Bay area of Wisconsin, about an hour from Duluth, Minnesota, 40 minutes from the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore, and about 7.5 hours from the Chicago area. Now, Northland's main campus is just over 100 acres in size, but our borders are only the beginning. We're right between the city of Ashland with a population just over 8,000 and over 1 million acres of national forest. Our city is vibrant with historic buildings, cozy restaurants, local craft and antique stores, a co-op, movie theater, walking and biking trails, and of course, the harbor. Now, we are part of the proud tradition of liberal arts colleges, but Northland offers a bit of a twist. We focus a lot on sustainability, the environment, and social justice. The building you see in this picture here is Wheeler Hall, and this was the first building ever put on campus. At the time, it was the whole school, but now it hosts our humanities department. So think English, business, sociology. Speaking of academics, our programs span the arts and sciences. Our top majors are biology, natural resources, and business. And some of our more unique programs include ecological restoration, outdoor education, sustainable community development, and Native American studies. This year, we're offering a new climate science major, as well as a few new minors like climate change studies, sustainable agriculture, and sports management. We are an NCAA Division III school in athletics. We offer 14 varsity sports, and roughly 38% of our student body participates. Now, Northland's commitment to environmental education has been noticed around the United States by some of the most prestigious organizations. We're an Eco League member. We divested from fossil fuels in 2017. We're recognized as a cool school by Sierra Magazine, joined the Real Food Challenge, and became Wisconsin's first bee campus. Another defining characteristic of Northland is our strong sense of community. With about 20 clubs, 3 student publications, a cheap gear rental shop, and plenty of events, it's a great place to make friends while getting a wonderful education. It's the sort of place where when you walk down the sidewalk, people you've never met will say hi. So as you can imagine, our location underwrites everything that we do. Central to our sense of place is Lake Superior, just 10 blocks from campus. It's the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area, and at 350 miles long, it's roughly the size of North Carolina. It can hold all of the other Great Lakes inside of it, and then some, and it's so vast, it actually creates its own weather patterns. Now, over the course of nearly 130 years, Northland has developed a style of education that thrives in this environment, most notably by providing experiential learning in abundance, whether that's the field, the lab, or in the community. For example, biology and natural resources majors spend countless hours in the field. Professor Michelle Small really said it best when she said, "I love that Northland College is a school where you can know your students by their names and where you can do your job in depth, giving 100%, expecting the same in return, and reaping the rewards as you see real progress in the students' growth and development." She's been teaching here for over 47 years and still holds that opinion, so. All right, well, let's talk applying. So we are still accepting applications for fall of 2021. You can fill out our application or the Common App. Ours is pretty simple. We don't require letters of recommendation or essays, and our review process takes about 2 weeks. If you haven't been able to take the ACT or SAT this year, no worries. We are completely test optional for fall 2021 and winter 2022. And if you're a junior this year, thinking about the fall 2022 year, know that our application will open around August. So on the topic of scholarships and aid, the total cost of attendance for next year is around $49,000, but nobody ends up paying that much. Our academic scholarships start at $19,000 per year, and there are additional merit-based scholarships available. It is good to note that there's no extra fee for out-of-state students because we are a private college. And I will say, remember to send us your FAFSA so you can qualify for work study, federal grants, loans, and more. In conclusion, check out what our socials are up to, see what our students are doing, and please feel free to reach out with any questions. You've got contact information here, and I'll put mine in the chat as well. But thank you so much for listening, and I will say good night.
Thank you so much for that presentation. Up next, we have Franklin College.
Hey everyone, my name is Weston. I'm an admissions counselor here at Franklin College. I'll just get right into it. So Franklin College, since we can't be on campus through this Zoom call, I figured we might as well take a peek at what Franklin has to offer when it comes to an aerial tour of our campus. So this is our brand new science center on campus. We just finished it with renovations and everything, $17 million in total. So we are definitely invested in our science programs. Our football field on campus has soccer, lacrosse, and football. All three of them have lines of their own. Our library on campus. And then our School of Journalism and Broadcasting. And then our chapel on campus as well, Residence Hall, LC Hall. And then Grizz Park houses our baseball, softball, and tennis courts, as well as our track and field complex as well. Nice nature trails to walk around and check out campus a little bit more. But yeah, that's just a little tour of Franklin College since, like I said, we couldn't really exactly get on campus. But yeah, again, my name is Weston Deshawn. I'm actually from Illinois myself, from an itty bitty town called Olney, Illinois. So if you know about the white squirrels, you know what's up. But Richland County High School in 2017, and then I graduated from Franklin College myself in 2020, just this past semester. I played a little bit of soccer while I was at it. Going into Franklin College, what we offer, so some of our bigger programs, our mathematics and computing department in 2019 was actually ranked #1 in the entire nation by the American Mathematical Society. Our department beat out places like MIT and Stanford, so it was a pretty cool award for them to get. Just like the video showed, our science center just had $17 million pumped into it, so we are definitely proud of our science programs as well. When it comes to that, we also have 2 grad programs in athletic training and physician assistant studies. Going off of that, we are in Franklin, Indiana, just south of Indianapolis. So about 3 hours from Chicago, 3 hours from Bloomington Normal, 3.5 from Springfield, about 2.5 from Champaign, Urbana. We're about 1,000 students, but we're definitely proud to be where we're at in Franklin. 100% of our students do or complete an internship before they're graduated. So even our athletes are full on into their internships while they're on campus. So we'll do a fall and spring semester just like anywhere else, but in between those, we'll do an immersive term in January where it gives our students a chance to go off and get into the workforce so they know what they're getting themselves into when it comes to their majors and everything of that nature. So definitely really great opportunities for our students, whether it be at Eli Lilly or Cummins down in Columbus or Eli Lilly in Indianapolis. But being in Indy's backyard, we have plenty of opportunities when it comes to choices for careers and everything that comes with that. We are part of the NCAA Division III athletics. So about 50% of our students on campus are athletes. So we have anywhere from baseball to basketball, soccer, all the sports listed there. But we have extremely successful sports programs as well. Our basketball team just finished up winning our conference, the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, for the 2021 championship. So our basketball team is rock awesome. Our baseball team is slated to three-peat in our conference as well. So we've got plenty of successful programs when it comes to sports. As well, this fall, we are starting our own esports program. So for all you gamer girls and boys out there, we definitely have esports on campus, and we're starting it up, and we're looking for interested gamers. So anywhere from CSGO, Overwatch, Fortnite, Rocket League, one of my favorites, Call of Duty, and League of Legends. Those are all games we're looking to play. So if you're interested on that, definitely check us out. And then whether you are a fall 2021, whether you are graduating in 2021 or 2022, 23, anything of that nature, feel free to set up an official visit, get out your phone, scan that code, and check out Franklin a little bit more. We'd love to have you and check out to see what Indiana can offer and what Franklin College can offer more than anything. But yeah, feel free to scan those codes, and I believe my time's almost up. So there you have it. Thanks for stopping by and letting me speak.
Thank you so much for your presentation. As a reminder to our attendees, if you do have questions for any of the colleges you are seeing today, definitely don't hesitate to put those in the Q&A. We're happy to answer those. Up next, Ohio University.
Thank you so much. My name is Stacey Oliver, and I serve as a regional recruitment manager for Ohio University. I do live in the Chicago area and work primarily with students in Illinois, so I would serve as your admission advisor. So we can't talk about Ohio University without first talking about Athens, Ohio, where we're located. Athens is in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains in southeastern Ohio. Every day in Athens looks like the ones that you see in our photographs. It's hard to get a bad picture of Athens with the clear skies and the rolling hills in the background. Athens is a quintessential college town. It's been named the best small college town in the United States. And our campus regularly appears on all of those listicles that you see of most beautiful campuses in the United States. Because Ohio University and Athens, Ohio have a long history together, this is a true living learning experience. The leadership of the university and of the community work together to create a blended environment for students to live, learn, and explore. What you see here is Uptown Athens. This is where students spend a bit of time when they're not in classes. This is home to our retail, dining, live music scene. There's also a ton of outdoor recreation in southeastern Ohio, including a national park, waterfalls, hiking trails. So it's a really beautiful place to spend your time as a student. But let's chat more about the university. So Ohio University is a 4-year public institution, and we're home to about 17,000 undergraduate students and 6,000 graduate students. So we hit that sweet spot of being mid-sized. We're big enough that you're going to have research opportunities, study abroad opportunities, all of the things that you're looking for in an academic experience, but delivered to you in a way that feels much more personal. We have more than 250 majors, making it easy to find something that aligns with your future goals and your interests. And we also have a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio. That sometimes surprises people when they hear about our size, but we really pride ourselves on students being able to interact not only with their class material, but also with their classmates and their faculty. 90% of our classes are taught by faculty. We want you to learn from people who are content experts in your field and who are contributing to the body of knowledge in their fields. We also know at Ohio University that what you do outside of the classroom is just as important as what you do inside the classroom. We're home to more than 600 student organizations that have a strong focus on developing your leadership skills. And we're home to 16 NCAA Division I teams, one of whom just won our conference championship, and you'll be able to see in March Madness on Saturday night. We are home to 30 club sports and 20 intramural sports, so there's never a shortage of things to do on campus or ways to get involved. We also offer more than 100 arts and entertainment opportunities throughout the academic year, and you can access all of our varsity athletic events and arts experiences on campus at no additional charge. We think college is a time where you should explore your interest, and the best way we can support that is by throwing open the doors to our venues and inviting you in to participate. We are a classic residential campus. First and second year students live on campus at Ohio University in one of our more than 30 residence halls. Our residence halls are intentionally small. You're not going to find high rises or large towers on campus. There are typically 120 to 160 students in each of our residence halls because we want you to build a strong community and make those friendships that will last a lifetime. And because it's dinner time, we have to mention that there are 15 food and drink venues throughout campus, including traditional dining halls, coffee shops, restaurants, and even a food truck that roams around campus where you can grab a bite to eat. 93% of our students are employed or pursuing further education within 1 year of graduation. We think this is important not only because it demonstrates success and the value of your education, but we're proud because of the skills our students develop that allow us to reach that number. So we also try to be as transparent as possible with students in the application process and the admission process. One of the ways we do that is by providing a comprehensive fixed tuition and fee structure, and we were the first school in the state of Ohio to offer this. For you, that means that your tuition doesn't go up during your time as a student. The tuition that's established in your first semester stays locked into place for 4 years or 12 consecutive semesters, which includes summer. We also guarantee an on-time, on-plan graduation. If we fail in some way because we don't offer a class you need or through academic advising missteps, we commit to making it right at no additional cost to you. All students who apply to Ohio University are automatically considered for our merit scholarships. There's no additional application. Most of our scholarships are stackable and renewable, and we pride ourselves on the upper class scholarships that we offer each year because we believe it's important to continue to honor your academic progress as a student. We are fully and completely test optional at Ohio University. This was a decision that our Board of Trustees adopted last summer, and this applies to everything at Ohio University, including direct entry to all of our academic programs, our merit-based scholarships, and our nationally ranked honors program. We do have a few programs that are more selective, including some of our nationally ranked programs in business, journalism, and engineering. Those also don't require test scores, but we might be looking for things like a writing supplement or a portfolio. If you're interested in one of these majors, your admissions advisor will be happy to work with you to work out those details. We are on the Common App, and we also have an application on our website. We continue to accept applications for fall of 2021. If you're thinking ahead to fall of 2022, keep in mind that you'll find us on Common App, or typically our application is available in August. We do have a non-binding early action process. I always encourage students and families to keep this deadline in mind because it makes you eligible for our merit-based scholarships, and that's November 15th. But we also have a rolling admission process. Thank you so much for spending time with us tonight, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you very much for that presentation. Up next, we have University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Hi everyone. My name is Christina. I am the Regional Admissions Manager at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. I'm also actually originally from Illinois. I'm from Chicago. Grew up right in the middle of the city of Chicago and live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin now, and I love it. So highly recommend to all students that I sort of come across. A little bit about UW-Milwaukee. Obviously, we are located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. If my slide would go, there we go. We are about 5 minutes from the beachfront, so about a 5-minute drive from Lake Michigan. So we're about 90 minutes north of Chicago, and we're about an hour and a half from Madison, but about 90 minutes just straight up Lake Michigan from Chicago. So pretty quick, pretty easy, straight shot all the way up from the Chicago area. We are also about 15 minutes from downtown Milwaukee. So you can kind of see on the screen here, this is our campus, sort of the buildings that are in the front here. And then the bigger, taller buildings in the distance is going to be downtown. So we're super close, as you can kind of see. We're in more of a residential neighborhood on Milwaukee's Upper East Side. That's where our campus is located. I think this is a super nice advantage for our students because it keeps our campus pretty compact and pretty small. So even though we're in a large city and in a pretty urban setting, we still sort of have that much smaller campus feel, We're about 2x2 city blocks total, so it's sort of one big square. It's about a 10 to 15 minute walk from one side of campus to the other. It's also super nice because, right, we're in Wisconsin, it's the Midwest, gets cold, snows. You don't have to walk too far or take several buses and things to get through campus and get to building to building. Everything's pretty easily navigated, and it's pretty difficult to get lost on our campus as well. The left-hand side, you can kind of see those are just some highlights of our Milwaukee attractions. Not an exhaustive list, but just some sort of highlights and things that we have near campus. A lot of our students also have internship opportunities with some of those businesses as well, and I'll touch a little bit on that in a few slides. A little bit about our students. We are the most diverse school in the UW system. We are also the most popular transfer destination in the UW system. So not only do we have a lot of students coming from high school, but we also have a lot of students that are transferring. So if you're thinking maybe you want to start at a 2-year and then transfer over, we have a lot of students that are doing that as well. We have students represented from all 50 states in the United States, 80 plus countries, and we currently have about 19,000 undergraduate bachelor degree seeking students enrolled at UWM. We're at 27,000 total, so that's grad students, undergrad, non-degree, sort of everybody. Our faculty to student ratio is about 19:1. So we do still have pretty small classes. Students typically have a handful of larger lecture classes, their general education classes, their freshman or sophomore year, but it sort of really pares down quite a bit once you get into your major and those classes get smaller and smaller. Again, a little bit about sort of our academics. We are a top tier research university, so we are an R1 status research institution. Basically, this just means there's high levels of research activity that are going on our campus and across every single academic area. So regardless of your major academic area, there's undergraduate research opportunities in every single area. There's only 2 schools in the state of Wisconsin that have this R1 designation, and there's only about 135 in the entire country. So we're pretty proud of this, and we have a ton of opportunities for our students, right, to get more involved with their major and really do a lot of research and dive a little bit more in depth into their major, and partner with a professor on their research projects. We also have internships. Because we're in the city of Milwaukee, our students have so many internship opportunities. There's about, pretty much all of the Fortune 500 companies that are present in the state of Wisconsin are located in Milwaukee. So our students have a ton of internship opportunities. The really nice thing about being in Milwaukee is that they can do their internship, they can go for the morning and afternoon, come to campus back and forth, and then go to their classes and then go to their internship, or sort of vice versa. So tons of different opportunities being in the city of Milwaukee for internships, co-ops, as well as clinicals. So our nursing students, a lot of our students in College of Health Sciences are required to do clinicals. And then of course, student teaching sort of falls under education. Again, lots of opportunities. We have about 300 student organizations for our students to get involved with on campus. We are also D1, so we have 15 plus men's and women's D1 athletic teams on our campus. And then we also do have club and intramural sports available for students to get involved with as well. So depending on what you want to get involved with, we kind of have something for everyone. Like I said, 300 plus student organizations. Students are also more than welcome to get their own organization started if they have a specific interest and we don't maybe offer an organization for that. We do have lots of different scholarships. Our Chancellor's Merit Scholarships are our automatic scholarships. You can see the chart here based on eligibility for these, depending on your GPA. These are automatically applied to students once they apply. If you meet the criteria, it's automatic. All of our other scholarships students can apply for on our scholarship portal. So once you apply and are accepted to UWM, you can log into that portal, and that's where all of our scholarships are housed, and students can look through there to apply for all of those different scholarship opportunities that we offer. You can see here sort of this chart of applications. We are still accepting applications for fall 2021. Priority deadline was March 1st, but we are still accepting them. So if you're thinking fall 2021 still, there is still time to apply. And then just some other sort of campus opportunities. We are currently open for face-to-face tours. We just started those back up 2 weeks ago. So you're more than welcome to register for those or connect with us through one of our virtual tours. If you're an admitted student, we do have some upcoming virtual admitted student days as well. All of those events can be found at uwm.edu/visit-UWM, just that sort of URL that you can see right there on the screen. That's all I have. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for me, definitely throw them in the chat, and I'll also put my contact information there as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Up next, we have Michigan Technological University.
Hi everyone, my name is Tara Brewer. I'm representing Michigan Technological University located in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I'm gonna get the presentation going here. Let's see. So Michigan Tech is a public university. We're a medium-sized public university, which means that we're about 7,000 students total on campus with about 5,600 undergraduate students. This creates a really sort of cohesive, like tight-knit community, which is amplified by the fact that the majority of our students actually come to us from about 8 to 10 hours away from home. Our location in the Upper Peninsula is pretty rural. We're quite remote. It's about an 8-hour drive straight north from Chicago. I myself am originally from Illinois and currently live in Illinois. I'm what's considered a regional admission manager. So in a normal year, I would hopefully get to meet you at a college fair or, out for coffee or something like that. But because most of our students are coming from such a distance, our community is really active. And so even though we are pretty rural, there's coffee shops, Applebee's, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, pretty much anything you could want from a college standpoint. But also like more trees than people, and you might see a moose on your drive to campus. We're right by Lake Superior, so we are also one of the 3 snowiest colleges in the country, and you can take skiing or snowboarding as a gym class. So it creates a very unique environment, lots of waterfalls, peak season for colors is epic. There's just a lot to do. Our average class size is about 25, 30 students per class. Over 90% of our courses are taught by a professor, so they will know your name and if you're in class, but they'll also know what kind of research you may want to get involved in. And that's really a core foundation to how our students study on campus. We're about 70% or more STEM students during any given year, with our largest college on campus being the College of Engineering. We research in a variety of ways, including collaborative group teams that are actually run like companies on campus called enterprise teams. You may work with students from the College of Business, psychology students, students from across all of our different STEM fields to create a product or do research for an actual company. So it could be like, for example, the Air Force or NASA. We currently have a nano satellite that beat out won a national competition, and it's doing visual surveillance for the military. It's orbiting right now. To apply to Michigan Tech, we are pretty straightforward. It's a free application that opens June 15th of the summer between your junior and senior year. There's no essay, no letter of recommendation. I always make the joke, like, leave it to a STEM school to create like a very streamlined application process. And it usually takes us like 2 to 3 weeks to get back to you too. So even that part's pretty quick. We are automatically considering all of our students based on their application to Michigan Tech for academic scholarships. So you don't have to separately apply to anything to be considered. And those scholarships range from $10,000 to $16,000. And then in addition to that, there are a few application-based scholarships that you can apply for as well. And then of course, financial aid once you fill out the FAFSA and all of that good stuff. Academically, our students are pretty high achieving. You can kind of see the outline here. The average student is about a 3.75 GPA. And so I think that creates like a very, you're going to school with students who are also there to go to school, which is nice, but also enjoying all the things that come with an active campus life. We kind of went through all of that, like the skiing and the snowboarding and all of that. So it gives students a chance to really kind of not just be active in the classroom and work diligently there, but also kind of enjoy this unique environment that we're in. And to sort of wrap up, because I feel like I'm coming to time, I also like to talk briefly about outcomes. Our students are sought after. We have over 400 companies that come to campus every year to recruit you guys at one of the largest career fairs in the nation. Even Tesla and Google and Apple have come to campus. And when you think about where we're located, that really says a lot about the quality of student they're expecting to see. And so whether it's interning, co-oping, or full-time positions, you'll have an opportunity to connect with employers and try on a few different companies if you'd like before you graduate. And we have for the last, I want to say 8 years now, been ranked as one of the top 15 in the nation for highest starting salaries. So this last year, it was over $65,000 for an average starting salary for a Michigan Tech grad, with about a 95% placement rate over the last 3 years. And we're very specific and intentional with that number. It's a placement rate that reflects the major you had. So it's not just that you're working full-time anywhere or going to grad school anywhere. You are going on pursuing what you started off pursuing. And about 85-ish% of our students come back every year. So I think they adapt to the snow and end up liking it a lot. So hopefully you'll get a chance to come visit us. Our visits are open and in person now. You can check that out on our website, or email me, or give me a call, or send me a text message. I'd love to connect, and really hope that hopefully we'll see you on campus. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that presentation. As a final reminder for our participants, if you do have questions, definitely don't hesitate to drop those in the Q&A. So keep them coming. Our final institution for this session is University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie, and I'm an admissions counselor with the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Illinois, and then at the very end, I'm going to touch on our application process and what we look for to better prepare you for that. All right, so this is our campus profile. We have a little over 33,000 undergraduates on our campus, so we are a large campus. We represent all 50 US states and 113 different countries on our campus. So you're gonna meet people that are very similar to you, have their same background that you click with easily, but you're also gonna meet new people that you're gonna be able to grow and learn from, which is pretty cool. We're number 2 in diversity among top-ranked Midwest universities, and we're very proud of that. We encourage a welcoming and educated community on our campus, and we're very excited about that. So these are our different academic communities. So we have over 150 different undergraduate majors. There's a lot. And they're actually located within these communities. Often we're recognized for our Granger College of Engineering, which is a top 10 engineering program in the nation, or our Geese College of Business, which is a top 20 business program in the nation. But all of our programs are really respected, and there's a lot of different things to explore on our campus. If you don't know what you want to do when you first come into Illinois, that's fine. We have the Division of General Studies. The Division of General Studies allows for you to come in undeclared, and you're able to use up to 2 years exploring the different majors on our campus, and then declare a major, and then still keep you on track for graduation within 4 years. One really helpful link is actually this link right here. It's our Program Explorer. Program Explorer has all of our different majors listed, and you're able to go in and explore those different majors. You're going to get to see a quick description of what that major is, as well as tuition rates, graduation rates, a lot of statistics that might be very helpful to kind of see what you're getting into. There's comparison features. It even shows you what jobs are very likely options for you with that major, so that you kind of have an idea of what your options could be and what past students have done. So it's a very helpful link. So check out our Program Explorer. So I don't know if you're interested in internships or research, but a lot of our students are participating in these. Students are able to start participating in research as soon as their freshman year. So incoming as a freshman, you're allowed to start research. You can do that cross-discipline. So say you come in as a psychology major, but you want to do agricultural research, you can go across campus to our College of ACES and do agricultural research. You can participate in multiple experiences to really get a lot out of that. 30% of our alumni actually study abroad as well. So there's different study abroad programs for different time lengths, as well as prices to find one that fits your time here at Illinois. So if you want to check those out, these are also some awesome links. All right, so Illini Success. This is a wonderful report. It's on our website. Illini Success is a report that we publish after 6 months of graduation, where our students are at. What companies hired them? What were their starting salaries? Do they have a signing bonus? Things like that, as well as what graduate schools took them. So you can kind of see, based on each academic community, as well as each major, where they went, what they're doing, to maybe see if what you want to do is something that a student has already done with that major. So you know that route is already laid out. These are some of our companies that come and visit us. So we have career fairs within each of our academic communities. And so these are some of the companies that continue to come back and seek Illini because they know about the amazing experience they're getting inside and outside of the classroom. All right, so let's talk about our application review process. So we are on the Coalition app, as well as MyLini, which is our own homegrown application service. Whichever one serves your purposes better, that's the one you should use. So for grades, we look for positive trends. So whether or not that means you've done awesome all 4 years, and that's an awesome trend. Another one would be maybe freshman year was a little rocky. Transitioning to high school is hard, but sophomore year, you found a tutor, you got study habits better. So your grades went up. That's another positive trend we look for. We also look at the course rigor you've taken, so such as like AP courses that you've taken within your high school. So we look at the opportunities that are offered within your specific high school, and we look at if you took those opportunities to challenge yourself and prepare yourself for Illinois curriculum. So we look at that as well. For ACT and SAT, we do not have a preference. Whichever one you're preparing for, whichever one you're comfortable with, that is the one you should go for. We do not super score, but we do take your highest composite as well as your highest subsequent scores for all different categories. This past application cycle, we were test optional. Within a few weeks, we're going to release another decision about the upcoming cycle. So keep an eye out to see if we are test optional for this upcoming cycle. If we are test optional, the way we're advising students is if you've taken a test and you think those test scores accurately represent your academic ability, go ahead and submit those test scores. We will use those within our process. If you haven't taken a test, or maybe your scores, you're like, they don't actually represent what I can do, it's not going to hurt you. You do not have to submit test scores. For extracurriculars, we look for examples of long-term commitment, examples of teamwork, and examples of leadership. For your essay, so you do directly apply into a program on campus. You will get 400 words to explain why you want that major. What have you done to explore that major? So really use that time to really show why that major is the right fit for you. If you want, you can actually put a second choice major. I really encourage you to do this. It does not disadvantage you to your first choice major. Your application also does serve for your application for any merit-based scholarships as well as honors programs. There's no separate application. I'm out of time. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, everyone, for giving us a little bit more insight to your respective institutions. I'm not going to bring everyone back to answer a quick question to give you guys a little bit more insight into their favorite things that they offer at their campuses. So the question we'll be answering is, what is your favorite event or tradition on your campus? And we'll start with Northland.
Awesome, absolutely. So I would say my favorite tradition that we have here at Northland is Snowfest. It is an annual festival held around the end of February each year to kind of help break up that midwinter slump. And it's for our students. It's a week long of really goofy, silly activities, things like hungry hippos, human size on our lawn. We've got mechanical bull riding. And then there's some pretty competitive giant snow sculptures as well.
Franklin College?
Yeah, so my favorite tradition on campus is when kids rub Benjamin Franklin's nose before an exam or a big final. So they'll rub his nose for good luck after they've studied all night to see if they can't get a little bit of extra luck going into their exam.
Ohio University?
Of course. My favorite tradition at Ohio University is International Week. It's a week-long festival of the diversity of our campus and the surrounding community. And it culminates with an international street fair where we shut down the main street in Athens. And there are a bunch of different booths and opportunities to engage with community organizations and try food from around the world.
UW Milwaukee?
Yeah, I'd say my favorite is probably our welcome week. So when students come back in the fall, we have this sort of big welcome week, all kinds of activities that are going on all week, each day. We have sort of like a street fair going on one day where we bring in a lot of vendors and things from the city of Milwaukee, restaurants. They give out a lot of free food to our students, which is amazing, and other sort of free like swag items. So it's super fun, just really exciting week. Everyone's back on campus and ready for a new school year.
Michigan Tech?
Hi, my favorite tradition on campus is probably K-Day. It happens on 9/06, that's our area code, and the students all get together on the local beach. It's absolutely beautiful rock beach with like a lighthouse in the background right on Lake Superior, and all of our different clubs and organizations come out and sort of represent. So students who are new or want to try something different than they've tried in the past, this is a great way to meet and connect with like everyone from the sailing team to our intramural sports and all of the different ways to get involved on campus.
And UIUC?
Yeah, I think mine would be Quad Day. So Quad Day happens the Sunday right before classes start each fall, and we have over 1,800 student organizations, and they all set up booths on our main quad, and it is just so much fun to see the different activities, and people get to try new ones and find new groups to join. It's just a really fun experience.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. When you do close this window, there will be a quick 4-question survey, and we appreciate any feedback you can give us as well. There is also more sessions happening this evening and tomorrow, so definitely be sure to sign up for additional ones. And in about a week, you'll be able to find the sessions recording at the same site where you registered. Again, thank you for joining us and have a good day.